baby. It's okay.
Because you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much better.
When they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked. You don't know?
This is some shit that's serious. People will kill my family. What am I supposed to do?
Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association.
I don't know. Snitching on everybody. If I was going to get charged, why did you make me stay?
I said I don't know.
My life is ruined.
Over several days, the discovery of 3 teenagers in the same Marion County, Florida neighborhood left investigators deeply unsettled. As the case unfolded, those connected to the victims began blaming one another, complicating the search for the truth. What emerged was far more disturbing than expected. Authorities first sensed something was wrong just before midnight on March 30th, 2023, when a 911 call set the investigation in motion.
There's a girl laying in front of my road and she's dying.
Okay, is she awake?
She's dying, I don't know. She's bleeding out of her head. She's gargling on her blood.
You need to turn her on her side so she doesn't choke, okay?
It doesn't matter what side, like on what side?
No, just turn her on her side so she doesn't choke on the blood, okay?
Oh, God.
Is she awake?
No.
Okay, is she breathing?
She's breathing.
Oh.
Do you know how far they are?
I don't have an ETA, but they are on the way, okay?
Deputies from the Marion County Sheriff's Department arrived just moments before emergency crews. As paramedics worked urgently to save the victim, deputies moved quickly to assess the chaotic scene and secure the area. Within minutes of the ambulance's arrival, the victim was transported to the nearest hospital, leaving investigators behind to piece together what had happened.
She's not responsive?
No, not responsive. No, there's no ID, no nothing.
Young girl, older girl?
Younger girl. Yeah, she was right there, and that's been moved.
She was right there, right?
Yeah. There's blood everywhere. I was not expecting that.
No. Well, I thought it was going to be BS, honestly.
Yeah, I immediately thought she had got, like, hit by a car. And I seen the big, but I've never seen an exit wound in a head.
Yeah.
So I wasn't aware. Oh, yeah. She's laying down. It's all pulled out. I mean, it was...
And she was still breathing?
Rapid breathing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Medics said she ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, if she did, that's wild.
When officers spoke with the 911 caller, it became clear he had little understanding of the situation himself. He explained that he had only realized something was wrong after receiving a call from a neighbor across the street, adding another layer of uncertainty to an already confusing scene.
You didn't hear nothing
She
at all?
told me it sounded like someone crashed into my dumpster and then there was like 2 shots.
The neighbor soon approached deputies to speak with them directly, but her account only deepened the mystery surrounding the scene.
So, around what time did you hear? You said it sounded like a gun,
Yeah, it wasn't a loud gunshot. I would say about 20, 30 minutes ago. It wasn't a loud gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And I kind of blew it off casually, and then I just looked out of my window because I did think it was strange with it, how late it was. And I saw the car run into the dumpster. Mm-hmm. And once I seen the car run into the dumpster, I stepped out my door, and I seen a man run out of the car down the road towards my yard, and I yelled at him, "What the fuck were you doing?" And then I seen him run back towards the car, take a minute, and I was calling him because it was his dumpster, and I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood.
Did you see if anybody was in? Was it only one? Was there
I
several
only
people?
seen one person running, and it was a male. It had a male figure, had a hat on. I want to say he was like 5 foot, maybe, but it was only one dude running down the road.
This aligned with the initial findings, as officers observed multiple sets of footprints, suggesting that more than one person may have been present.
Did you hear the crash first, or did you hear what sounded like
I heard the gunshots first.
Deputies quickly secured the main entrances and exits to the Forest Lakes Park neighborhood, attempting to intercept the suspected shooter. However, the area's dense woods and maze of back roads made the search challenging, providing ample opportunity for escape. At the same time, the hospital delivered a critical update, identifying the victim as 16-year-old Leila Silvernail. Her grandparents, who were also her legal guardians, were left devastated. Detectives initially made contact with her grandfather Kenneth, as the investigation continued to unfold.
Leila was found, she was apparently with a gunshot wound, and she was taken to the hospital. So that's part of the reason why we came here, was to let you know about her status, but we also wanted to know any information that you had about who she was with yesterday, who she hanged out with.
What's she in the hospital for?
She had a gunshot wound.
Huh?
She was shot.
You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you when I came.
This is what I've been trying to tell her. You're hanging around with a crew.
Kenneth quickly went to the back of the house to bring his wife, Lisa, to speak with investigators.
Shot! What?
As detectives attempted to ask questions, Leila's grandmother became increasingly distressed, making it difficult for officers to gather clear information.
Lisa, come here. Lisa, have a seat right here.
Is my granddaughter okay? Will she be okay?
She's going to be at the hospital. I don't know anything. That's why I'm here to talk to you.
I'm the victim advocate, okay? I'm here for you. Have a seat for us. We need some information so we can find out who did this, okay?
I'd like to know, too.
We
will go and I will shoot their asses. No.
Listen.
Where was she shot at? Does anybody know anything?
She was shot in the head. Listen, that's all we have right now, okay?
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
The reality of the situation was far more disturbing than Lisa initially understood. In the early hours of March 31st, just a day after the shooting, officers made a shocking discovery only blocks from where Leila had been found. A second victim, also suffering from a gunshot wound, was located nearby. The proximity left little doubt that the incidents were connected, intensifying the urgency to find whoever was responsible. Back at Leila's home, detectives worked to determine who had been with her that night. With 2 victims already identified, there was growing concern that others could still be in danger.
Lisa, look at me. Who was she with yesterday?
She came here with, and I'm going to tell you everything, because I don't like the people she hangs around with anyway.
Okay, that's what we need.
Lisa explained that Leila was often with her boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael Hodo, and suggested he might have been with her. She also pointed investigators toward Leila's best friend, who could provide insight into her movements before the shooting. Another name surfaced during the conversation, one that immediately caught investigators' attention, as it was already familiar to them.
And then that runaway girl, Camille.
Okay.
She was with her too yesterday.
Camille Quarles, 16, had been reported missing by her aunt and legal guardian weeks earlier. It was widely known that she had been staying with Leila at her grandparents' home, though efforts to bring her back had been unsuccessful. When investigators contacted her aunt, Amy, she openly expressed frustration with how the situation was being handled.
I did call it in this morning to ask somebody to go through there, and nobody has called me back. I've called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
Concerns deepened as rumors began circulating at school, with students claiming that Camille had also been shot. Details about the victims and the crime scene were spreading rapidly, despite the fact that authorities had not yet released any official information. This raised serious concerns that those sharing the details may have had direct knowledge of the events.
And there was another body discovered this morning in that neighborhood.
Okay.
I want to know if it's my child.
Okay, the second person is not Camille. I can't identify who that person is, but it's not her.
The identification of the second victim only heightened fears for Camille's safety. At that stage, investigators still had limited insight into what had led up to the shootings. That began to change when they spoke with Leila's best friend, Gabby, who provided a clearer picture. She explained that she had spent the day with Leila, her boyfriend Michael Hodo, and several other teenagers, individuals who would soon become central to the investigation.
Was there anybody else in the car other than you, Leila, anytime during the day? Camille was there.
This marked the second account placing Camille at the scene, yet there was still no trace of her. In the days leading up to the shooting, her aunt had occasionally spotted her at the park and monitored her activity on Instagram. But after the night of March 30th, all communication suddenly stopped. Back with investigators, Leila's friend detailed the group's movements throughout the day and identified others who had been present.
We went to Rob's. We went to I don't know if it's abandoned. Do you know what a trap house is?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently, this kid Rob, I don't know him personally, but they do.
Okay.
They're like friends or whatever, and we went over there and we chilled over there.
Notably, Gabby stated that Leila had been driving the group the entire time. However, the only evidence of her vehicle, a white Chevy Cruze, was a tire track left at the scene. Locating the car quickly became a priority, as it could provide critical answers about what happened that night.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No, I don't really know if Rob is like his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper, Rob, and stuff like that. So
Was anyone else there at the house besides the three of you and Rob?
Well, there was this kid 3'5", but I don't know his real name.
What's 3'5" look like?
I don't know. He's 12. He's a little kid.
A 12-year-old?
Detectives then focused on identifying two individuals mentioned in the investigation, Rob and someone known as 3'5". Rob was believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already being held at a juvenile detention facility on an unrelated charge. When questioned, he pointed investigators toward another individual, Christopher Atkins. In a surprising development, Christopher was just 12 years old. Given their ages, both boys' mothers were required to be present before any questioning could proceed, with Christopher's mother, Ashley, arriving at the station first.
I don't understand. Where the hell is my son? If he being questioned, why the fuck I'm not in there? Which stick is on? Where's my son?
He's in the other room right here.
They're talking to him?
Not yet, no. They're all getting their stuff together.
Ashley appeared uneasy, seemingly unconvinced that her son hadn't already been questioned, and strained to listen to what was happening in the adjacent room. After nearly 2 hours, she was finally brought in to sit with Chris, who appeared visibly shaken.
Hey, can I put this on her? Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Did you want another jacket?
Okay.
Are you sure? You look like you're cold. Let me get you.
You say you have 4 siblings? Okay. You guys get along okay in the house?
Detectives approached the conversation carefully, mindful of his age. They began by establishing basic understanding, ensuring both Chris and his mother were aware of their rights, and confirming that he could distinguish right from wrong, before turning to the events under investigation.
So, Chris, what I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night.
First, we made something to eat. Then we watched TV. And I went to sleep for a little bit. And I heard something outside. I opened the door. There was nothing outside now. I think I went to sleep.
So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police officer if you ever had to talk about that Thursday night. Because sitting here and talking to you with your mom here crying and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. If you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it.
Reaper down there has been super honest. He it took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and he's told me everything down to details that only he would know, and
that's involved in
that nobody else would know.
Some of the details, he points finger at you.
At the same time, 17-year-old Robert Robinson, known by the alias Reaper, was being interviewed separately. As with Chris, both Rob and his mother, Erica, were formally advised of their Miranda rights before questioning began.
I'm trying to bring the best way to say this to you guys. We're investigating several different incidents that occurred over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
One being a theft of side-by-side. One being the theft of, a burglary. We're investigating a robbery, and we're investigating a murder. Okay?
Murder?
Mm-hmm. So,
The first ones you named is believable. The last one you named is not. You don't have the heart to keep them. I know that for a fact.
Okay. What'd you do on Thursday all day?
I mean, I was home all day. Like, I was home all Thursday.
Okay. Who were you with? Did anybody come over? Did we hang out with anybody? Did you go anywhere with anybody?
I ain't go nowhere. Came over at like 1 o'clock.
What'd you guys do then?
We were just chilling. Literally, like, we were just chilling.
Okay.
Was anybody with at the time? How did he get to your house? Things like that?
Supposed to drove to my house. It was him, Landon, Leila, and there was another girl with them. I don't know her name.
Sosa was identified as a nickname used by Leila's boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael. His father reported last seeing him around 6:30 the previous evening, roughly the same time Gabby said she had separated from the group. Another individual, Landon, was interviewed, but was determined to have no relevant information. Investigators also considered the possibility that an unnamed girl mentioned in the timeline could be the missing Camille, raising concerns about her whereabouts and safety.
Did you go anywhere after 6:30, Rob?
Oh, why do y'all keep asking that?
I just
we
want
keep
to
asking because we've been working on our investigations for
What do
several
y'all
days.
think happened, bro? I'm telling you,
You understand?
in the house
You understand,
that
Rob?
night. Like, I only seen Sosa one time that day.
Rob, we know you were out of the house after 6:30. Okay? We know you were with around 7 o'clock p.m.
CCTV footage soon provided a critical lead, indicating that Rob and others in the group may have been involved in a vehicle theft and an armed robbery earlier that night. While serious, these offenses were overshadowed by what investigators believed occurred afterward. Back in the interview room, Chris's mother urged him to grasp the seriousness of the situation as detectives continued pressing for answers.
Well, you need to tell. If you ain't...
Now's the time.
Tell the whole story. You know you left out of the house Thursday when I told you not to. And you finna speak. You better talk right now.
And Reaper's already told us what the plan was that night. So there's, I mean, we know what the original plan was. We're asking you now to be honest and to come forth and tell us what happened and why it happened.
He knocked on the window.
When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Rob, also known as Reaper, was initially reluctant to speak and required persistent questioning before beginning to open up.
Rob, right now you're protecting KTM and your buddies. You need to think about protecting yourself.
At one point, investigators referenced the phrase KTM. While its meaning remained unclear, the fact that detectives were already aware of it appeared to pressure Rob into cooperating, though only cautiously.
Was that else?
When you saw, when you were with, who was with y'all?
It was me. 3-5. Leila was there. And that was it.
By this stage, authorities had established that more individuals were present that night than just Chris, Rob, Michael, and Leila.
Did you go anywhere with them that night?
No, I ain't go nowhere with them. I just told you. I swear to God, was at the house. They said they was finna leave. I went back home. Actually, Mom, I didn't come in until like late. I didn't come in until after 7 anyways.
You don't know what time you came home. Now,
but they talking about I wasn't at Mulaka at 7:10. What
I'm saying is you don't know what time you came home because you defy your curfew so much. You don't know what time you came in. It might have been 8 o'clock. It might have been 7:30. It might have, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know. What I'm saying is if you know something that they're trying to get out of you, I don't give a who your friends are, who you trying to protect. I gotta get to work. And I'm sick of dealing with this jail because you choose to have friends. You need to be honest.
Despite this, it was evident that Rob was still withholding key details about what had occurred.
What about a cell phone? Do you own that phone?
Yeah, I own that phone. So do you all want permission to check the location?
That would be great, yeah.
No.
That would be great.
What do you mean, no?
Oh, they can check my phone. They might find
they're not
else in there.
They're not looking in your phone for anything else.
So you're certain that your phone GPS will keep you at your house that night?
Are you? Are you? So we gon' no.
I can just tell you, I really don't know nothing about no murder. That is the truth. I don't know nothing about no murder, and I was not there with no murder.
That's not what they asked, though. That's not what they asked. What they asked was, when they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked. You don't know?
I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like, I'm telling you stuff.
They want you to tell them mine, and I'm telling them the truth. And you sitting there going with them. Like, I don't believe in them. They are not your sons. Stop believing them. Oh, no, I was not there. Like, I didn't say you was not there. I didn't say you were there. Wait, first and foremost. I'm sitting there just moving everything you're saying. No, first and foremost, you lie so much, I don't know what to believe would come down your mouth. You didn't burn the bridge that's been gone. Let's get that understood. But what I'm saying is, you so quick to want to protect people, and let me finish.
Protecting.
You so quick to want to protect people, don't want to snitch, want to be cool this and cool that, and not be known as a is in the paperwork and all of this, that you're willing to sit here and go down for murder that I know you didn't do. I know for a fact that you didn't do it. But you're going to be guilty by association because you don't want to tell who the did it. That's the problem.
I did not kill nobody. I did not kill nobody.
Did somebody you know do it?
Like, what the
No, I don't know nothing about no murder. I don't know nothing about no murder.
And if you lying, you standing on this island by yourself. Because if you got something to tell these people, because they have a way to tell if you're lying.
Investigators began comparing his account with Chris's statement from the adjacent room. Chris had been more forthcoming, and noticeable inconsistencies between their versions quickly emerged.
What do you think he's going to tell us, Robert?
He's not going to, with me, I swear to God, he's not going to, I didn't do anything. I promise you I didn't do anything. Who did?
I don't understand why you keep lying. And then you go back.
It's going to be a snitch. And it doesn't matter. Kill me. It don't matter. If it's a snitch and I would die. This is not no joke. You would die. Like, you would die for snitching out here. People die for that. Real talk. Mama, people get popped and killed for snitching.
Well, we're talking about life sentences here.
Right. And this is like really, just listen. Your actions and the people you choose to hang with and all of this
I didn't kill anybody.
Is slowly killing me. I should just pause. Let me talk. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I just took a promotion. I can't keep missing work. All the that you are doing, or the people you hang with, or just any of that. Like, I don't know if you know or not, but they threatening me with contempt of court because I don't come to none of your court stuff for the other shit you got going on. Mm-hmm. I make sure you get there, but I cannot keep missing work. And you sitting here in my face telling me that you don't want to snitch because your life is they gonna kill you. Pause. You don't know. It wasn't me. I didn't say nobody. They trying to get me a license. I didn't say that you killed anyone. Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. Like, what part of that is not clicking for you? If you know who killed these kids, then you need to tell him.
As the questioning continued, the pressure mounted. Eventually, something shifted, prompting Rob to finally provide his account of the events.
Taj killed all three of them.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Were you there?
The whole story?
Were you there?
Let him talk. Tell me the whole story.
Rob's statement introduced a critical detail. He referred to 3 victims, despite detectives having questioned them about only 2 so far. This immediately raised concern, leading investigators to suspect that the Taj he mentioned was 16-year-old Taj Brutin, a name already familiar to them from prior cases. However, his whereabouts were unknown. Weeks earlier, Taj had removed his ankle monitor and disappeared, making him even harder to locate. For the moment, detectives chose to focus on gathering more details from Chris, who continued the timeline after recalling that Rob had knocked on his window.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window.
He knocks on the window. He said, come on, we finna go see some girls or something. Then we went out. And this girl and the boy picked us up. I don't know what. This girl and the boy.
Based on Rob's account, investigators believed the individuals involved at that stage were Michael and Leila, though notably, Camille was not mentioned. Even as Rob described the seating inside Leila's vehicle, her presence was absent from his version. According to his statement, Leila was driving, Michael sat in the front passenger seat, and Chris and Rob were in the back. However, it became clear they were not the only ones in the car.
Then somebody came in the car, I don't know what his name. It was like somebody in all black.
Okay. And how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark colored clothes, right? I heard you say that.
Ski mask on too, yeah.
I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on?
Chris's account, however, did not align, and detectives began to suspect there was a troubling reason for the discrepancy.
Yeah, I looked at Rob, I was like, I thought we were going to see some girls. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, all right. And then we kept driving again.
During questioning, Chris repeatedly referred to an unidentified individual as the X-Man, never using a real name. By that point, however, investigators already had a clearer picture. Rob had identified the person behind the mask.
We pick up Taj. As soon as Taj came out, that was the first thing he told me, like, we knocking on. We knocking on. I was like, nah, bro, I ain't even trying to do all that.
After further pressure, Rob eventually told detectives that Taj could be found at his girlfriend's residence. Officers later located him and brought him in for questioning. Rather than clarifying events, Taj's statement only added to the confusion. He claimed that everything had been Rob's idea.
I'm sitting right next to him, and he whispered in my ear, he was like, bro, I'm finna rob these tonight, bro. I look at him like, what you mean you finna rob these tonight? He's like, bro, so sad, Layla, but they got a pound of weed, they got me some money, bro. And if they don't go for it, I'm gonna kill them. That's exactly how he said. At this point, I'm frantic. But I can't, if I tell Sosa, right, Rob's sitting right next to me, so therefore he's gonna shoot me. So I'm sitting here, I'm scared as hell, so I'm like, I ain't got no choice but to just sit here and just, it is what it is.
Rob, in contrast, insisted the opposite.
It was so random, like he just said he wanted to knock him off. I'm not thinking he's serious though. At the time when he first said it, if you would have seen his face, bro, he was laughing if I would have really thought he was finna kill me, I wouldn't have got back in that car. I would have stayed right there and called my mom and be like, can you come get me? I didn't think he was serious until when the car started slowing down and I seen him up the gun.
That Taj was responsible, allegedly motivated by a desire to take Michael's firearm. In Chris's interview, his version appeared to support Rob's account, at least initially.
What triggered him to just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out. Is something in between that you're not saying?
Because I think the person that, the white guy, I think they said he had a lot of money or something.
Oh, so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So they were setting up to rob the man.
Did Reaper mention that to you, that something was going to be set up or anything?
He didn't even know. All I heard was pound, and I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car and ran.
I'm looking. Boom! Boom!
Yet once again, Taj's narrative conflicted with the others, deepening the inconsistencies and leaving investigators to untangle a web of shifting blame.
Before I shot at Sosa, boom. Layla got shot by Rob because that was diagonal. It was crazy as fuck.
Just like that. It took 2 shots. It wasn't no more than that. It took 2 shots to kill both of them.
Investigators were able to confirm that at least part of the accounts was accurate, though the exact sequence of who shot whom remained unclear. Tragically, the second victim was identified as Leila's boyfriend, Michael Hodo. He had been found lying in the grass along the roadside, just blocks away from Leila, and was already deceased when officers arrived. The news devastated his family, with his father reacting in heartbreak upon learning his son would not be coming home.
My son's dead, isn't he? I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
No! Oh my God! No!
Can they come back out here and help? We have to talk. We have to find this out. Who's to find this? This is to go find out who did this to Sam. I'll find him when I kill him and kill him. Oh my God! I love baby boy.
As Michael's family processed the loss, Chris continued recounting the final moments leading up to the shooting.
And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was like sitting like this, and like.
Where'd he shoot him at?
Like right here.
And the gun was pressed up against his head? Is that what you're?
I think it was like.
Okay. And then, what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
He turned the gun and shot her.
Where'd he shoot her at?
I don't know.
On this point, Rob's account aligned with his, something that would soon become increasingly uncommon.
Where did he shoot Leila? I think it was headshots.
Taj, however, continued to shift responsibility back onto the others, further complicating the investigation.
I know he shot Sosa in the back of the head. I seen that happen. I seen Rob try to shoot her, right? And when he tried to shoot her, he shot her, and then his gun didn't go off, so he reloaded it again and shot her.
Despite the conflicting narratives, Chris then revealed another deeply disturbing detail.
Did he see it coming?
No, it was like to the back of his head.
Okay. Did he have any time to defend himself?
No, but Taj just upped him and shot him in the head.
At this stage, investigators continued searching the Forest Lakes Park area for any physical evidence. With new information indicating the shooting had taken place inside Leila's vehicle, locating the car became a top priority. Above all, however, officers were desperately searching for any sign of Camille. While there was hope she might still be alive, there was also growing concern that she could be seriously injured and in urgent need of medical attention. If so, time was critical. Meanwhile, her family remained trapped in an agonizing state of uncertainty. Rumors circulating within the community suggested that Camille had been involved in the shooting, only adding to their distress. Despite mounting pressure, investigators still had no definitive answers to provide. Their focus remained on piecing together the truth through the accounts of Chris, Rob, and Taj. As Chris continued his statement, investigators felt they were getting closer to understanding what had happened. But once again, the details began to shift, casting doubt and complicating the timeline even further.
Was the car driving whenever they got shot?
No, it was just like, it stopped, and then like it kept going. Like when I hopped out the car, it kept going with it.
Where did the car keep going when it kept going?
Like to a dumpster.
Did you get back in the car?
Yeah, I got back.
I mean, did you want to get back in the car, or did you not? No, you didn't want to. Okay, what made you get back in that car? Explain to me that.
Because he had a gun, I thought he was going to get to shoot at me. Because if I was just with him and if I was just with him, he just killed somebody, and he probably going to kill me too because he think I was going to snitch.
In contrast, Rob claimed that he was the one who exited the vehicle.
When he shot Leila, I got out the car because the blood started dripping and I ain't wanted to get on me.
Taj, however, made the same assertion, adding yet another contradiction to an already conflicting set of accounts.
I get out of the car, they still shooting because it was like 4 to 6 shots. I don't know exactly how many shots it was, but it was a couple shots, bro. So at this point, we hear this lady. This lady's over there like, I'm running, I'm trying to hide in the forest. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I'm trying to call spring everything. So this lady, hey, what's going on over there? He sees me, or I guess he ran back over there, run over here, and he was like, hey, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, I'm gonna just do what you tell me to do. I just want to go home. So
this detail only confirmed that at least one of the boys had exited the vehicle, a fact already supported by a witness who reported seeing a male figure running nearby after hearing gunshots and observing the crash. For the time being, detectives chose not to press the inconsistencies and instead focused on clarifying more critical aspects of the case, beginning with Rob.
What happened to Leila? Where did they...
I don't know. Taj threw Leila out the car and hopped in the driver's seat and started driving.
Rob stated that Taj had repeated the same action shortly afterward.
Taj pulled body out the car, patted him down at the cannon. He grabbed the cannon, got back in the driver's seat, and he drove off.
Was that next to Leila where she was pulled out?
No, it was in a different spot.
This aligned with evidence at the second scene, where Michael's body was discovered. There was minimal blood present, but investigators noted what appeared to be drag marks leading from the road into the brush where the body was found.
Did you help take...
I ain't touch nobody. I ain't touch a body. I ain't touch nothing. I swear to God, I ain't touch nothing. Once they was dead, I said, take me home, man. Take me home.
However, Taj disputed this version of events, offering a different account altogether.
Rob drives, he pulled Leila out, Leila out of the car. That's why she got left by the dumpster. He starts driving. He's driving. We go around the corner. He goes over here to Sosa. It's Sosa. Sosa had, I think, in his somewhere on him. So he pulled Sosa out of the car. He just dragged him over in some woods or some shit.
And were you driving the car?
No, I was not driving the car.
Detectives then turned to Chris, posing similar questions in an effort to reconcile the conflicting statements.
Did you pull her out of the car?
What is Rob doing during all this?
He was sitting in the back seat.
What's he saying?
Like, he was like, oh. He was like, go.
And what happened next?
Yeah. And he drove all the way out there in Ottawa. And he tried to put a thing in the river, but I think got stuck or something.
What thing are you talking about? The car. Okay.
By this point, detectives had gathered enough independent evidence to begin identifying inconsistencies in the boys' statements. The ongoing search of Forest Lakes Park led to another grim discovery, further deepening the case. Taj then continued his account, describing what they allegedly did with Leila's car.
We get over here to this lake. It's dark as hell. 3-5 get out of the car. He got out of the car. Rob tells him, hey, start wiping everything down. So he started wiping everything down. He's wiping everything down. The door handles everything. He's wiping everything down. So after he started wiping everything down, Rob takes Leila's phone and Sosa's phone or whoever phones he found in that bit, throw him in the lake, throw him in the lake.
The location he referenced was a lake roughly 5.5 miles, about 8.8 kilometers from Forest Lakes Park. Investigators were confident it was the correct site. When the lake was searched, officers recovered 2 phones from the water, later identified as belonging to Michael and Leila. Additional evidence was also uncovered, reinforcing the significance of the location. As Taj spoke, he attempted to frame Rob as the central figure behind the crime.
He tell 3-5, get in the car, drive the car into the lake, for whatever reason.
However, when detectives questioned Chris, he claimed he had not been near the car at that stage.
Were you in the car when it was going in the river? Or?
Yeah, I was out the car. I was trying to run back to my house.
Mm-hmm. You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I left. I was running back to my house.
What did he say he did with the car after that then?
I didn't ask all of that. I didn't ask that.
What about the guns that were used?
I don't know where those at either.
Oh, it's barely in the lake. Okay. Like when he drive, it might be the 2 front tires in the lake. It might be a little bit more of the hood, but the back of the car, all that is still out of the lake.
That location ultimately led police to the vehicle itself. What investigators discovered inside was far more disturbing than anticipated. Back in the interview room, Chris continued recounting his version of events.
Describe to me the clothes that you were wearing that night when all these bad things happened. What happened to them?
They wanted us to burn them.
Who wanted you to burn them? Did you have blood or something on them?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Like Detective Bender said, we processed that car front to back, top to bottom, bottom to top 3 times. 3 days worth of actual forensic work, several forensic people. I don't think you could have sat anywhere in that car and not got blood on you.
I think it was something on my shoe.
I'm standing over here scared as like I think it's blood all over me, but it's dark, so I don't know. But I think it's blood all over me.
Rob claimed that burning the clothing had been Taj's idea, while Taj insisted it was Rob who initiated it. Regardless of who was responsible, investigators recovered the remains of burned clothing in a forest pile, including fragments of shoes, sweatpants, and sweatshirts. Not all items had been destroyed, however. Chris's shoes, identified as Nike slides, were found discarded in nearby bushes, and a glove was recovered near Michael's body, with a matching one located close to the lake. Detectives questioned Taj about these findings.
So were you wearing gloves at this time?
Yes, I was wearing gloves, because like I said, I was supposed to go pee.
And what about Rob?
Rob was wearing gloves too. Yeah, Rob was wearing gloves.
Taj explained that the group had originally planned to go car hopping that night, which he said accounted for the gloves and ski mask. Even so, investigators were left considering whether those items had been brought for a far more serious purpose. For the moment, detectives concluded their initial questioning of Rob.
Do you feel a little better now that you were honest? Did you need to get that off your chest?
I feel worse. Now I feel like I just snitched on everybody. And
As they stepped out of the room, Rob remained inside, unaware that his time at the station was far from over. There were still significant gaps in his account, but for the moment, he was left alone with his thoughts.
They might charge you because you were there and you didn't come forward.
Did come forward?
I'm talking about when it happened.
I just told him everything.
I'm just letting you know, Rob. You don't understand.
I'm gonna get charged for murder. Mama, what was the point of snitching on everybody if I was gonna get charged? Why did you make me snitch?
I said I don't know.
God. What's the point of snitching?
We're gonna ask you to step out now.
Hey, Mama. Wait, hey, is my mama still here?
Yeah, she's still
here. Wait, Mama.
Talk to me.
Okay,
She's talking with someone.
Can you see if they do charge me? Can you see if she can give me a lawyer? I didn't kill anybody.
Hey, relax.
Can you ask her, please?
He repeatedly asked the officer at the door to bring his mother back, only to learn that she had already left for work. Before leaving, she had made it clear to investigators that she did not want Rob to answer any further questions without legal representation present, a decision Rob himself did not appear to agree with.
Is my mama still up there? Hold on. How can I get charged for murder?
Listen.
Can you explain it to me?
Hold on. We got it. We're taking your DNA, okay?
As officers processed Rob, collecting DNA, fingerprints, and photographs, he repeatedly questioned how he could be facing a murder charge.
Listen, can I tell you the situation, please?
I heard it. Listen, let them do their thing. Your mama's not here yet. We can't talk to you.
She's close?
I don't know how far she got, but she is on her way.
While his interview was temporarily paused, detectives continued their questioning with Chris, where the line of inquiry became increasingly direct and difficult.
They executed a search warrant on the house, which they did collect some things, and I'd like to talk to you about those things too. Mm-hmm. But because you, because it was like a surprise on that.
Yeah, like what was in my house that got to do with this homicide? And
I will, and I'm going to tell you about that because, like I said, I'm not going to leave anything out.
It's I can tell you, it's pretty damning. I guess I would use that word.
So, are you serious?
Do you own any firearms, ma'am? Does anyone in your home own a firearm? Okay, because I'm pretty sure they found one or two firearms in the house. And I'm sure you guys have watched CSI, right? We can take a firearm, we can shoot it. That round that you shoot, we can take. And we can put it into a computer
and tell you who got
and actually compare it to other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet. How?
He told me who the guns from.
Why would you hold guns from when you know something that dumb just happened? That was stupid.
When Reaper gave you these, you think that they're going to be related to this?
I think so.
Describe to me why you think that.
Because he said, put these up, make sure your mama don't find them.
Okay. And the gun that you saw X-Man use, was it either one of those two guns?
I think it's the black one.
Meanwhile, Rob remained waiting at the station.
Didn't kill anybody. Why the fuck be charged with murder? I do not want to be charged with murder, bro.
Eventually, detectives returned to speak with him after he insisted on providing more information, despite his mother no longer being present.
All right, so, I explained to you what your mom said on the phone, right? She didn't want us to ask you any more questions without a lawyer present. You reapproached me a couple times, and you said that you wanted to discuss some stuff further, right? I just want to make sure that we're clear that you don't have to answer a question. You don't have to talk to us at this point. But you've stated to me that it's my case. I want to talk to you. Yes.
With no guardian in the room, officers once again advised him of his Miranda rights. Almost immediately, Rob began to admit to a deeper level of involvement.
Taj told me to help him pull the body out of the trunk and throw it in the lake. He grabs it. He's trying to pull a leg. And he was like, "Bruh, it's heavy. I need help." So I grabbed one leg. I tried to help. I was like, "Bruh, it's too heavy. I don't want to do this." Put the thing down. Left the girl in the trunk because I told him I didn't want to help him.
Rob went on to give a lengthy and disjointed account, claiming he had sold his firearm the day before the crimes occurred. Detectives allowed him to speak before confronting him with information that challenged his version of events.
That's an issue because we have that gun now.
No, that's not.
It was at 3-5's house. You said you sold it.
I did. That's not my gun. That one's not mine. That's not
the
my
same gun.
Investigators also suspected that the weapon in question had been stolen, adding further doubt to Rob's claims.
You may be telling the truth that you didn't pull a trigger, but you knew this was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen.
I did not know this.
A similar line of questioning was later put to Taj, as detectives worked to test the credibility of each account.
We've sent some of the casings off to be examined already. It's not back, I'll tell you that. Otherwise, we would probably be having this conversation. That those casings aren't going to come back, like he said, to a third gun.
To a third gun, they shouldn't.
At the same time, forensic evidence continued to build. Multiple shell casings were recovered across all 3 crime scenes, with a significant concentration near the vehicle at the lake. Even as the boys avoided directly stating who fired the shots, investigators knew ballistic analysis would eventually provide those answers. For now, detectives shifted focus to a topic that at least 2 of the boys appeared reluctant to address.
Let's talk about the trunk of that car.
I'm looking at the trunk, sir.
There's another part that we haven't talked about.
Trunk?
Mm-hmm.
It was a girl in the trunk. And he told me to open the trunk. And he shot her.
Where did he tell you to open the trunk from?
Are you serious right now?
He told me to open the trunk from the inside, like the inside.
Okay.
And whenever you pulled that open, tell me about what you saw in there.
All I seen was luggage, and then he said move, and then he shot.
Okay. You said all you saw was luggage?
Luggage and it was like a girl.
And what part of her body could you see? Could you see her feet, or hair, her hand? Describe
I seen hair.
I did not even know it was another person in the trunk at all.
Okay. So you just riding around and she's just in there?
Yeah. I mean, we rode around like that before, though.
Just because there ain't no room for all the people?
Just because there ain't no room for all the people.
When you go to open up that seat, what were you thinking in your head?
Like, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I was confused. I was like, I was thinking like there's a person back there.
Did this person say something? Describe to me what you heard whenever you opened that seat up. What noises?
All I heard was somebody tell me to watch out, and then I heard a gunshot. 2 gunshots.
Tragically, the 3rd victim was confirmed to be Camille. Her body was discovered on April 1st, 2 days after Leila was found. As Chris had described, she had been shot twice. The nature and placement of her injuries made it clear that her death was not accidental. Being shot in both the back and the head pointed to deliberate intent. Once her identity was confirmed, law enforcement contacted her aunt, Amy, to deliver the devastating news.
So you probably know why we're here, where we've been investigating the incident that happened Friday involving Leila and the other individual that was found deceased.
You know, it took us a little while because we couldn't positively identify her, so it took us a little while. But, you know, we're certain that it's Camille that is now deceased.
In a response that surprised investigators, Amy remained composed. It soon became clear that she had already come to believe Camille was no longer alive.
The grandpa of Leila actually came to my house when I found your card, telling me that Camille was deceased, and how are you doing is what he told me. They were talking about
Camille
it at the hospital that Camille was deceased already. I had a mother call me at midnight last night that, my phone has not stopped.
As her family began to process the loss, detectives returned to questioning Chris, pressing for more precise details about the circumstances surrounding Camille's death.
What happened after he shot her?
He closed it, and we left.
How many times did he shoot her?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna.
I think once or twice.
Well, what is it? One
twice.
Twice? Okay. Do you know what part of her body he shot her?
No, when I opened it, he go evidence, so I looked away.
The situation grew even more disturbing when Taj provided his version of events. As expected, he denied being the shooter, instead placing the blame on someone else, an accusation that sent a chilling shift through the investigation.
Who folds the seat down?
3-5, because he was on the side, so he hops out of the car, right? He can get out of the car, flip the seat down, boom, hit her once. So he shot her once.
Where did he shoot her?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't see exactly where he shot her at all. And then she's not dead yet, so Rob sees that and he shoots her to make sure she's dead. Also, Leila got one headshot and then Camille got two because she wasn't dead yet.
For once, Rob's account appeared to align, at least in part. Before his mother left the station, he had already shared a similar claim with detectives.
It was 3-5 that did that. 3-5 dropped the seat and shot the girl, and he shot her in the head. And Taj was like, shoot the in the back, shoot the in the back. 3-5 dropped the back seat and he shot the girl. She was still alive. He's like, finish her. So he shot her again.
Detectives were aware that 3-5 was Chris's street name, but even with that clarification, parts of the story still didn't add up. After everything uncovered so far, investigators were no longer willing to accept anything less than a complete and consistent account.
Now, Reaper, Rob, there's a lot of similarities that are overlapping here, but there's definitely a discrepancy that Rob told us about what happened to the person in the trunk.
That they're trying to make him the shooter, right? Yeah, that's what y'all leaving out. I mean, be honest. Be honest. We being all being honest here. Just be honest. Is he the shooter? That's what they're saying. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is just say that. I mean, stop going around it.
I can tell you that he is not. You, Chris, are not being blamed for those people in the front seat.
In the back seat is what the trunk is the one that
we have some issues with the trunk.
I'm gonna keep it real about.
Tell us.
Be honest, baby. It's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better once you talk about what
he's. Tell me. Say it. Just say it.
He said, if I ain't do it, you gonna kill everybody I know.
So tell us what you did.
He said you gonna kill everybody I know.
Yeah. Who made you do it? Who is it?
Rob.
Rob made you do it?
Yeah.
He said he gonna kill everybody you know. Well, who was the X-Man?
I don't know who that is.
Now, did you...
Just calm down.
Once again, Rob's version differed. Before his mother left the station, he had provided a statement that conflicted with what others were saying.
Taj made him kill the person, or he was gonna kill 3-5.
Mm-hmm. Is that what he said? He told
3-5, if you don't kill this girl, I'm gonna shoot you in your head.
Let's go on here. He said that he would kill everybody you know, and you did fire a gun. Tell me about what you did.
I think I shot the girl. I don't know where it was, but and then he came up and shot her too.
Okay.
Who did?
Rob.
Okay. So when you shot her, what gun did you use when you shot her?
The ex-dude gave me the Scott.
If Chris had used Taj's firearm, it could explain why only 2 weapons were recovered during the search. However, that possibility raised further questions. Ones detectives had already begun exploring with Rob and his mother.
So that's my concern here, is that you said that Taj was pretty much orchestrated this and was concerned that 3-5 would snitch on him. So he made him
3-5 do that.
But you saying that he was completely fine with you not taking any part of that?
Yes, with me, he just told me, if you snitch, I'm gonna kill you.
While his mother was present, Rob maintained his innocence. With her no longer in the room, investigators believed he might now be more willing to speak openly.
I honestly don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. I know Taj, I've dealt with him, and I've dealt with you. And there's a reason I wanted to talk to you. Because I don't think you're that dude. I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. Taj, I don't know anything about 3-5. I've never met him. But I'm telling you that when the evidence says that you were there and that you shot someone, there is no explaining that.
Evidence is going to tell you that I'm there, but all I can tell you is that I didn't shoot nobody.
Did you shoot Leila?
No.
Because I got information that somebody that was in their car had a thing for Leila, and he couldn't do it. So somebody else did it.
No.
Okay?
No, that's not true.
Your brother's talking. Is there any reason why he would be telling people that you shot one of those people if you didn't do it.
Investigators appeared to apply strategic pressure in an effort to encourage Rob to speak more openly and reveal the full truth. It was possible that similar information had reached Amy earlier, which may explain how she already believed Camille was deceased before being formally notified. Meanwhile, in Chris's interview room, his mother struggled to process the gravity of what was being revealed.
You shot somebody that's dead, boy. What the This is a homicide. This is 3 people dead. This is some shit that's serious.
People gonna kill my family. What I supposed to do?
That's why.
I understand. That's what we were trying to tell you from the beginning,
Chris, take a deep breath.
Just calm
Take a deep
down.
breath. Now listen to me. When you say that someone threatens your family and threatens you, I need to put it in the report. Take a deep breath.
Please tell me, what am I supposed to do?
Overwhelmed, she admitted she had no answers and asked detectives for a moment to step outside and collect herself.
He know where I live, and he knows my whole family. He was gonna kill my whole family.
Are you talking about Reaper? Or are you talking about Stavo?
Reaper. He was gonna kill my...
Let's talk about X-Men real quick. I think you know who X is, and I think you're scared of him. Rightfully so.
They both said it was gonna kill my family.
Okay.
They both said that? Did they ever point a gun at you or anything like that?
Yeah.
Who pointed a gun at you?
The X-Man. He was like, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm gonna kill you down. Kill your mom.
Back in questioning, Rob claimed that both he and Chris had been in serious danger at the time of the incident.
Let me tell you something about Taj. Taj tell you he finna do something, and you decide not to do it with him, then I probably would have died with them.
So were you afraid of Taj that night? Because
if I did not do what Taj wanted me to do, I would have died that night with them.
Taj is that bad a dude?
Bro.
Taj, however, offered a conflicting account, alleging that Rob had intended to shift the blame onto him from the beginning.
If anything, if one of us go down to anything, and Taj, it was you. You did it. Everything. You did it. Legit. You shot everybody in the car. It was not me. If he got caught up, then he was gonna go find my mama. The whole night I did not have a gun.
Rob continued to maintain that his involvement was driven by fear rather than intent.
Did Taj tell you to put the gun to somebody?
But Taj told me he told me he gonna kill Sosa. He wanted me to shoot Leila, and then he wanted 3-5 to shoot the girl in the back. I told him I didn't want to do it. Told me if I didn't do it, he was gonna kill me.
You hold the gun to Leila's head?
Yeah, but I tried to shoot it, but it clicked. I tried to shoot, but it clicked. Like, I didn't have it cocked back. I tried to shoot it, and it clicked twice, so then Stavo just did it itself. That's why. My gun wasn't coming back.
Listen.
I'm telling y'all the truth, and y'all still think I'm lying. Like, what I'm supposed to do, bro?
Okay.
So how long before he actually pointed the gun, he told you to shoot Leila?
We was already in the car. Like, he put it in his notes, showed me, and then deleted the note.
When was that in the night? How early? How much before?
That was like right before it happened.
Did you shoot that girl in the trunk?
In the trunk?
Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't there.
3-5 shot that girl in the trunk.
Despite these claims, investigators remained unconvinced, sensing that key details were still being withheld.
Was she still moving after you shot her?
He said she was still breathing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that, X-Man or Rob?
Did you shoot the girl once or did you shoot her twice? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
I shot her once, and he shot her again.
As the interviews progressed, Chris began speaking more directly about Rob, marking a shift that suggested detectives were finally starting to break through.
You shot her once.
How many times you shoot her?
Once.
You shot her once? Where'd you shoot her?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. There ain't no question. There ain't no question where she was shot. You talking about one end to the other. Where'd you shoot her?
Just shot, bro. I seen her and I shot. Like,
why?
Because she was still alive. She was gonna snitch on us all. We was all gonna go to jail for life. I didn't want to do none of it. If I didn't kill that girl, Stavo was going to kill me. I swear to God. I'm looking at her in her eyes. She's dead.
Eventually, key pieces of the truth began to emerge. Ballistics testing linked shell casings recovered from the scene to firearms found at Chris's residence, providing critical forensic confirmation. However, the possibility of a third shooter still remained unresolved.
Are you sorry for what
I
happened?
am. I did not want it to happen. I never wanted that to happen. Like, I never wanted to kill anybody. I never wanted to shoot anybody. I never want any of that to happen. I just wanted to get a little bit of money.
Detectives made a final attempt to clarify Taj's role.
People already ended up dead because of you guys' craziness.
No, not my craziness. It's not my craziness.
Were you going to rob them and it was like either you had to do what you had to do or a finger slipped and it scared everybody in the car and then it's too late at that point.
Yeah, I feel you, but
that makes more sense than the story that they're telling that you planned to kill these people. That from the beginning of the night.
I didn't shoot no gun.
We talked to Rob and we talked to Chris for hours. For whatever reason, one of them was more afraid of bringing you into the middle of this than they were Rob. So for that story that Rob's this guy that's, threatening everybody or his people threatening people or your people, I just don't see that.
But he remained firm, continuing to deny ever using a firearm that night. With his account unchanged, investigators shifted their focus back to Rob, hoping to uncover one last detail that could bring clarity to the case. Like the others, Rob had been given a jacket to keep warm in the cold interview room, though his restless behavior suggested mounting pressure. As detectives re-engaged him, they began probing into another aspect of the case, something they believed could tie the events together.
The KTM, what exactly, what is it that you guys do? What is it? Like a gang?
No. It's the first time we did something for it.
So how many people consider themselves a part of KTM?
A few of us, me, Gustavo, 3-5.
Rob spoke about a group referred to as KTM, listing several individuals associated with it. However, he only knew most of them by nicknames rather than real identities. Notably, the names of Michael, Leila, and Camille were absent from that list, an omission that raised further questions for investigators.
I was the leader of it.
Chris proved even more reluctant to reveal details about KTM, offering little insight despite continued questioning.
What's the deal with the KTM thing?
Like KTM.
Huh? I know Reaper has the tattoo. What does it mean? Cutthroat? Cutthroat mentality, does that sound right? What exactly is that? Like just a made-up gang name, or?
However, a breakthrough came when one of Michael's close friends agreed to speak with investigators on the condition of anonymity. He confirmed that KTM was, in fact, a gang, and his description of their activities painted a deeply disturbing picture.
Their mentality is a mentality that they'll do anything to you and not give a fuck.
Just to get the money?
Yes, just to get the money. Just to get what they want, basically.
With that, detectives had gathered enough information to move the case forward. It had taken nearly 8 hours of questioning with both Rob and Chris to reach this point. As investigators stepped out of the room, Ashley was left alone with her son.
Listen, baby, listen. Listen. It's not over.
Yes, it is.
It's not over. It's not over. You just better pray and hope that the gun that you shot her with wasn't murder weapon.
In that quiet moment, she was faced with delivering news that would only deepen the weight of what he was already confronting.
I'm gonna go to jail. So when I leave him on top, that's because I got a warrant. So I'm gonna go. My grandma gonna be trying to figure out something. I'm gonna try to get out of this. When I get out of here, I'm trying to get you home.
Ashley herself was facing legal trouble. A warrant had been issued for her arrest, and in order to remain present during her son's interrogation, she chose to turn herself in. She was subsequently charged with possession of cocaine and methamphetamine and taken into custody. Meanwhile, Chris, Rob, and Taj were all placed in juvenile detention. On May 15, 2023, a grand jury formally indicted all three, and preparations began to try them as adults in court. Taj and Rob each faced 3 counts of first-degree murder, as Leila ultimately succumbed to her injuries days after Camille's body was discovered. Taj also faced multiple additional charges, including armed robbery, tampering with evidence, tampering with an electronic monitoring device, armed carjacking, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and grand theft auto. Rob was charged with a similarly extensive list of offenses alongside the murder counts, including armed burglary, theft of a firearm, robbery with a firearm, petty theft, and evidence tampering. Chris, in contrast, was charged with 1 count of murder for the death of Camille, which he admitted to. Other charges against him, including firearm theft and burglary, were dropped. However, he later faced an additional battery charge following an altercation while in custody. At present, all 3 have entered pleas of not guilty, and the case remains ongoing. The court's final determination, and how justice will ultimately be served for Leila, Michael, and Camille, has yet to be decided. With all 3 suspects blaming each other, who do you think was truly responsible for the shootings, and why? Do you believe the truth came out during the interrogations, or are key details about what really happened still being hidden? If this case shocked you, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. More real crime stories coming soon.